If you guys are an agency owner, I 100% know that you guys have competition. These guys are taking your clients, they're taking your leads. You start hearing them in your sales calls, and you're like, oh, this guy again. Man, this is like this powerful agency. How am I supposed to compete against that? Well, in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys exactly how I was able to overcome that and exactly how my clients were able to overcome that in the most saturated niches with no case studies, no testimonials, no past fulfillment, fresh out of the gate. And we're going to go into these super saturated niches like roofing and solar and make over $100,000 in their agency per month. So let's get right into it. I'm sure you guys have heard a lot of this before. I'll go with these guys instead. I don't know, they have a better offer, or I just trust them more. Does that sound familiar? Yeah, I bet it does. Well, you're never gonna have to hear that again. Even if your niche is competitive, saturated, you're new, you have less case studies, if not no case studies, you have less testimonials, if not no testimonials, and you're a one-man band versus these 10, 100-person employee agencies and companies. You're gonna be able to beat them. How? Well, let me show you. This is Noah. There's his Instagram. You guys want to see that? He went from the exact same thing. He was in a new niche. I actually was the one who recommended him that niche. He had no idea over it. He was going to go into something like car detailing. He went into the niche of solar. He had no knowledge on it, no case studies, no testimonials, and not even a contractor for that. He had absolutely nothing. This was back in spring of 2024. 8 months later, November 2024. It's like February, so it's what, like 4 months ago or something? He hit his first 100K month in his solar agency at Lupo Solar. And he had these same things. So how did he do that? How did he compete against if you guys know the solar space, you're competing against some pretty top dogs. It's super saturated. So how did he go through all of that? But he do different. Well, let me tell you. He gets the leads closed before the call even happens. How did he do that? Well, let me show you exactly how, guys. But before we get into that, quick little thought exercise. When was the last time you guys paid for a service over $2,000? Did you walk into that call completely fresh and didn't even intend on paying that person $2K? You just were on the way out and you're like, might as well take the sales call. No, you didn't get closed by that closer for that high ticket service. You already were closed. You came onto that sales call for logistical questions like, can I afford it? And the moment you could, you're like, yeah, I'm going forward with it. I already know. You just kind of let the closer close you on formality kind of thing. But you already knew, you already liked the service, you already liked the guy, you already had faith and trust in that. And you're just like, all right, if it just technically makes sense, I can do it. Not even like, I don't even trust him or whatever. The last time you guys did that, I swear, you didn't just jump in without any prior knowledge or research. You already knew. You were closed. Now, the reality is a lot of you guys don't have that same line of thinking for your agency. You're just hoping people will come onto your cold sales call for 60 minutes and you're going to pitch them a 6 to 10K service and they're just going to close. No, that's not how we do that. So how do we get them closed before the call happens? Well, step number one, we go through something called the pre-close system. And how that works is a lead's going to be seeing your ad, right? This is one of our ads here. Super simple. Like, this literally took less than 5 minutes to make, and it brings in a lot of money. Like, it doesn't have to be fancy. Now, right below this is what I call the 7-11-4 battery. If you guys know the 7-11-4 rule, essentially that means if someone hits that 7, hits that 11, and hits that 4, they're going to be closing without any prior sales influence needed. So they're going to be on that call already closed. And this battery, it just shows us how close they are to actually getting closed and reaching that max. So they see the ad, right? If you really want to get, quirky with it, you can make a video ad and that might give you a little bit more boost because they're seeing you more. They're hearing your voice, they're hearing you, so they're instinctually trusting you subconsciously a little bit more compared to a static ad. And it doesn't really matter, right? Static ad, video ad, both beat each other lots of times. I can't really tell you which one is better. They just have different purposes. So now the lead has clicked on the ad and this is what it shows up. We have an instant form here, right? We have a qualifying question. They have, we get their lead form information, full name, email, and then phone number. And then from there, they can get to our direct booking page where they can book a call with us. Now, before that, the moment someone fills in this information, they're getting contacted by a 5% commission setter that calls up within 5 minutes 5 minutes is crucial. We really want speed of lead. And then from there, they're on a conversation. They're impressed by how quickly you called. They're going through the sales system, and it's already better than everyone else. So that battery's getting up. Now, they either answer or they don't answer, right? If they don't answer, we're double dialing them. We're calling them twice a day for days until they finally answer, and we get them booked. But if they answer, we get them set for same day or next day into our calendar booking page. Now, some people direct book. KPI is like 1 out of 10. Lots of our guys, including us, get over like 30%, as high to like 70%, depending on, kind of what your offer is and everything. But as you can see, the page here is pretty frictionless. It's optimized for direct booking and conversions. We don't have anything fancy on here. Everything you guys would naturally have on here, like testimonials and stuff, we still give to them, but not here, right? We'll do it through email sequences, SMS sequences, or the setter will send that manually to them, if not answer it for them manually on call. So no matter what, they're still getting the same info, but they're not just all jumbled into one thing. And you hope they're going to watch and listen and read all of it. It's kind of idiotic to think they would. I wouldn't. Then from there, after the direct booking page, they book. And now this is what they see, right? This is our page here. They can confirm the call, increase the show up rate percent. We get into calendars, obviously. And at the bottom here, you're going to have our VSL. And the objectives of the VSL, if you guys don't have a good one, we need to be pre-handling the most common objections you get in sales calls. And in there, we start building trust with them, right? 7-11-4. We show them that unique mechanism that sets you apart from everyone else in the space and the industry. And we're explaining the base concepts of the service. Not anything too detailed, but just the basics of what they can expect. And they can say, okay, yeah, this is different. I like what I see. I like the end result. Maybe I have 1 or 2 questions on step number 3. But besides that, I like it. I'm already getting there. They understand it. It's different. It's, the pre-close is getting there. We're getting that battery up. They're starting to like you more, know you more, and trust you more. Now, the moment they book, we're then having the setter create a group chat with the setter, the lead, and the closer. And we do that for a very specific reason. Now, at the same time that's happening, we have email newsletters going out. We have, like our testimonials going out. We have lots of things going out, which is also upping that battery. But that group chat has a very specific and strong purpose in mind. We're going to have voice memos going out. That by itself is a unique mechanism. No one else in the space is doing that, right? We have that going out. It's starting to build something unique. We get compliments on this all the time. Like, I swear, start doing this today. You might get a compliment on that today. We get those endlessly because no one's doing it. Everyone's getting these green text bubbles with like 24-hour, 12-hour, and 5-minute reminders for their call. This is a very crucial part because this is where we find their goal. This is where we go deeper into their pain. This is where we start building desire. So they want to get on the call. So the show up rate is really high. And this is where we start building trust. Now, what's a powerful way to really build trust? Well, if someone has a problem, say they have a 30% show up rate and the setter figures that out or the closer figures that out, we're then sending them a Loom video that the closer or the CEO has created to actionably increase the show up rate from 30% to 70% with actionable steps immediately. They'll then watch it, which by itself gets them closer to 7-11-4, but also they start acting on it. And now they fix the show up rate that day, and then they get on the call tomorrow, and they're like, yeah, dude, yesterday my show up rate was like 80%. Now they're thinking, okay, this guy gave me all this for free. Imagine if I paid him. Now, before we even get to the call, they're already closed. Now, if you guys have a more powerful method like YouTube, for example, they can start watching all your videos, and they're going to be like, oh, this guy knows what he's talking about. This guy's already like closed me. Like it'd be idiotic for me to think this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. So that's a powerful way you can do it. If you guys don't have YouTube, you don't need it. No one didn't have a YouTube. All you can do here is just send video looms. That's what we call a little loom library. Have the setter send those out. And then here we finally get to the sales call, which I don't call a sales call anymore because that's not what it should be. It should be an enrollment call. If you did everything properly, they are closed now. We got to that example I told you at the beginning of the call, right? If you get on call with Alex Hormozi, you already know you're getting closed by him because you've already seen him a long time ago, all that good stuff. But he has branding and all that power. We're just doing that same exact thing, getting the same end result in a paid ad funnel. And that's what we do. That's exactly what has been working best for not even just us, but for all of our clients in all of these different niches universally. The battery goes all the way up here. And you might be asking, Derek, why is the battery not max? Well, you don't need it max. If you guys ever heard of the story or example of if you're running away from a bear, you don't need to be faster than a bear. You just need to be faster than the second person that's also running away from the bear. And that's the same for this case as well. You don't need to be so much better than all your competition. You just need to be mildly better. This person might have so many more case studies than you, endless, but he had zero of the system that you went through. Or this person, he just has like more trust. He's got better contractors, whatever it may be. But he's just been sending green text bubbles. Or maybe this person right here just did a one little extra thing and texted them once, but just forgot to keep replying, didn't have a setter, didn't call them up within 5 minutes, didn't send them videos, didn't actually help them throughout the entire process up to the sales call. And now they're over here expecting these people to just go on a sales call and get closed. And maybe they would if you weren't there as a second call on that leads calendar, because they're going to compare the two of you before they even get on either of you guys' sales call. They're going to see how much you've done. And it's going to be leagues better than your competition. And with that by itself, they're going to get closed by you instead of these other people, because that whole process that they went through is what they're getting pitched on the call. You're going to be providing a service for them, and they're seeing it firsthand that it's working, that they like it, they're complimenting it, it's new, it's fresh, it's working well. And either if they like broken the fourth wall or not already, they just like it. They just like it more than everyone else. And they haven't even heard your pitch or the other person's pitch, but they're already closed on you and they already trust you. They like you and they know you more than the other person. And now you may have a worse offer, a worse guarantee, worse case studies, no testimonials, but your process is better than your competition. And that by itself gave you that close, which you can then use to build up case studies, build up testimonials, and then compete with these high level dogs in the space in your industry. That's exactly what Noah did. And that's exactly what I want you guys to do starting now, right after this video. Start implementing this stuff immediately. If you really enjoy this, you like the whole system, I want you guys to go down, like, comment, subscribe. It means the world for me. It really helps me out and shows me that you guys actually like me not gatekeeping any of this stuff and that I should keep doing more of it. If you do, let me know down below. But besides that, I'll let you guys cook.